Storm Tracker 9 weather with meteorologist Cameron Landfield.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. It's already looking hot out there, of course. Our low pressure is totally gone at this point. So take a look at the UV index over the next couple days here, and you'll notice it's high today, a little bit higher on Wednesday, and then it dips just a bit Thursday. But Friday it should be up even more. Friday will be our sunniest and hottest day moving forward, but nonetheless, it's a high UV index every single day. So you are going to want to think closely about your skin if you're working outside or just even walking around outside at all. Now, what I want to show here is going to be our upper level pattern, but you'll notice that I have it moved way out. You can see the entire Earth right now, and that's because I want to explain what's happening over the next couple days here. So again, the trough that we had that made for that weird weather yesterday and Sunday, that's completely exiting the region. And normally that leaves room for high pressure to develop, and that is what's happening. We know high pressure means hotter weather and drier air, but there's something else happening as well. There is a blocking pattern moving in, and a blocking pattern is essentially something that just allows the air to stagnate. So that's what's going on right here. Now, you can see this bump right there out in Canada. That's high pressure, of course, and like I said, high temperature, drier air. But then down towards Southern California, there's low pressure. So we have a bump, and then directly below it, there's a dip. That is a blocking pattern that we don't often see. It's called a Rex block, and what that does is makes things very stagnant over the Pacific Northwest. So if we have heat, it just sits around, and really anything just sits around. So what that essentially does is removes this upper and mid-level weather pattern from really contributing in anything because it's so just still. And what that means is that anything that happens closer to the surface in that lower level atmosphere is going to have a lot more of an effect. So when we have heat over an area and it sits over a low or a lower surface area for a while, it makes something called a thermal trough. And a thermal trough is essentially what we're looking at right here. Now, again, I want to stress there's multiple levels of the atmosphere. Usually I'm only talking about the highest level when I talk about high and low pressure. But if you see low pressure down close to the surface, that can be caused by an extended period of heat. It can make low pressure down by the surface. And this bowl shape here, that's exactly what it functions like. Anything around the bowl can get sucked into that low pressure. So I'm putting all this together for a reason. As we get into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we're going to see one of these thermal troughs developing, and then all of the influence from the upper level atmosphere is going to be gone. So this is the only thing that's going to be affecting us. And what that's going to do, well, you can ignore the times right here. This was earlier this morning, but what that's going to do is something like what we're seeing here. You'll see the winds pushing east over the Cascades, towards the west, from the east. And that's because the thermal trough is going to be set up somewhere along this area. So we're going to see onshore winds from out by the ocean, and then offshore winds from out over the mountains. And that's going to cause a lot of heat to continue to build up because those winds are going to get warmer and drier as they move over those back sides of the Cascade. So that's what we're going to see moving forward, and you'll see that in the 7-day forecast. Check out these temperatures. They're going to get a lot hotter as we move over the next couple days here. Through the coast, you won't really notice it, and that's of course because we still have the onshore winds by the coast, so they're still going to see the marine influence, which means we'll just sit around that 63 to 62 category the entire week. But the Umpqua Basin, you'll totally notice it. There's 79 for today, jumping up to 91 by Friday with those east winds coming in. That does shut off as we get into Sunday and Monday, though, and that's why things back down to about 80 degrees. Cascade passes, looking like a nice rise over there, too. Not as high, though, because they're not under the effects of that thermal trough, seeing 78 for the high on Saturday. Finally, Willamette Valley at 75 for today. Big 88 there Friday. We are in the trough here in Eugene.
I'm loving the warmer temperatures. I'm ready for it. Bring on some 90s.
Yeah.
We're getting 80s, but I want the 90s. Summer weather.
Got a couple days on.
All right, we'll get there.